Xfl Jim here with another top 10 list. This time we're going through the top 10 moments of the XFL. To bring in the new year, I thought this would be a really fun one. To bring in 2021, the year of the build-up, the year of the hype. That's what this year is going to be. And what better way to start us off with some hype than a top 10 list of the best moments of the 2020 season. Let's just jump right into that. But before I do, make sure you follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Better Than Vegas, all this awesome fun stuff. Make sure to like and subscribe. Now I'm going to jump in. And up at number 10, I have the first touchdown scored of the XFL by none other than Austin Proehl himself.
Here's Seattle trailing by a field goal. Look at end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Austin Proehl.
This is tied with another moment of my game. The moment we all know and love. The we're just trying to do our fucking jobs moment.
I don't know. There's just a lot of trying after play. We're trying to make some stuff happen, and they're doing a little extra pushing and shoving. We're trying to get our fucking job done.
These two moments, this game in general, was so hyped, such a good way to start off the season, and the touchdown was beautiful. There's not too much I can say about this. It's just a top 10. It's the first touchdown scored in the XFL. What more do you need? And they're just trying to do our fucking jobs. Like, it's bringing back a little bit of the feel of the 2001 XFL, and honestly, this game was just perfect. Rolling into number 9. The number 9 best moment of the XFL, to me personally, was the drama in the New York Guardians quarterback room.
We need to change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
Hey, what do you need to change about the game plan? What are you frustrated about?
There's just a lot going on right out now. It's embarrassing for us here as an offense, so a lot of things we want to fix and correct.
Thanks.
Wow. Changed the entire offensive game plan.
When Matt McGloin is there just trashing his coaches, trashing the organization, I live for this shit. This was awesome. You kind of get a glimpse of what's going on the sidelines during a game when you're just getting demolished. And that's something I've always been interested in. You see these college teams, you see these pro teams, you just see them losing like 60, 50 to nothing. And you just wonder what's going on there. Like, what are they talking about? What is a coach saying to the player? What is the player saying to the coach? And the XFL gave us a little bit of a glimpse of that, and for that, I thank them. Moving on to number 8, my number 8 favorite thing of the XFL was honestly the entire last week. When everything was up in the air, St. Louis had just lost to DC, LA was coming on strong in the West, you didn't know who was going to be number 1 in the East, you didn't know who was going to be number 2 in the West, there was a lot up in the air. The bad teams who we thought were bad at the beginning were starting to win, the good teams we thought in the beginning were starting to lose. Houston was looking vulnerable more and more each week. I was very excited to see where this league was going at this point. It's a damn shame COVID's a son of a bitch for taking it from us. But that last week was exciting. At number 7, my number 7 favorite moment was Martez Carter's coming out party versus the DC Defenders.
Out of the backfield, Carter with blocks. Carter flipped into the end zone. Hey, he told Jenny Taft if he could get there one more time, he'd do a flip. This time, he delivered.
When the DC Defenders rolled into Los Angeles expecting an easy win, Martez Carter said no. He was doing flips all over those bitches, and it was a fucking awesome thing to watch. I was hyped for Martez Carter from then on out. I'm going to follow him wherever he goes because he's just a ball of excitement, and he's my number 7 favorite thing of the XFL.
And we win up, and we win out. 6 to the boy.
Up at number 6, I have Winston Moss's quote. It's a simple thing. The you want it, come and get it, or whatever. I forget exactly what he said, but it was amazing.
I think it should be fourth down.
I'm going to give it to you right now.
And it just stuck with me. That him with that quote and him just sitting on the bench. Winston Moss may be one of my favorite aspects of the XFL. I hope to God he comes back. I want him so bad. He's just a quote machine, and he's just a meme machine. Winston Moss is my number 6 favorite part of the XFL. Up at number 5, I have the Texas Showdown, the most exciting game of the season in my mind. You've got Landry the Mandry Jones coming up against P.J. Walker and the Houston Roughnecks, but it was the Houston defense that came up big. This game had it all. It was the best thing I've ever seen on Fox Sports 1, bar none. It had all the excitement, it had all the hype leading up to it, and it delivered and then some. Texas Showdown was beautiful. At number 4, I have the first kickoff return for a touchdown by the St. Louis Battlehawks when they played the New York Guardians.
Matthew McCrane to kick it off, Keith Mumphrey to receive. If you're not familiar with XFL kickoffs, they look different. Kicker from the 30. Return team lined up at the opposite 30. Can't move till the ball is fielded. And here goes Keith Mumphrey. And they're going to turn it around with room on the near side. And for the first time, they get creative. And the Battlehawks have the sideline. And a kickoff return for Joe Powell to the end zone.
It was a thing of beauty. I was out of my seat screaming. I got noise complaints. I had people call the cops on my garage. I just woke up the entire neighborhood. But man, what a hype moment. I became a giant Battlehawks fan on day one, but more so on that day. At number 3 was the high I was feeling after week 1.
This is more than what I could have expected from the XFL. Like, I like the AAF, but this is like something else entirely. This season's going to be special, guys. I can tell you. I'm going big. The XFL's going big. I'm going with them. If you don't want to join or be part of this XFL experience, then get out the fucking way. And if the rest of the season's like this, let me tell you, it just gets me so excited. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got so much energy. I got so much XFL energy. I got so much XFL Jim energy right now. It's like,
I'm sure I don't have to explain to all the hardcore XFL fans, the day oneers out there, but I was so hyped for this league, and the way it delivered on week 1, just the euphoria I felt for an entire week. I've never had anything that's brought me that level of high before. The XFL is the best drug I have ever experienced, and that's coming from a garage certified man. At number 2, the number 2 best moment in the XFL, you know what it is. It's the double pass.
And that one swatted down back to Jones. You can throw 2 forward passes in this league, and he does, and connects with Lance Dunbar.
When Landry Jones passing that ball, gets deflected, has to pass it again, you can't do that in the NFL. You can only do that in the XFL. And that is because the XFL is the fun league. NFL, I don't give a shit. Fuck them. They're trying to sue the fucking Roughnecks for their bullshit logo. I don't give a fuck. XFL good, NFL bad. I'm going to stand by that. This moment was awesome. The double pass. As soon as I saw that happen, I punched whoever was next to me. I don't even remember where I was, but I remember I punched someone or something, and it was amazing. Double pass is great. Before I get to my number 1 thing I loved about the XFL season in 2020, I got a couple honorable mentions. Corn Dog and the other quarterbacks for the Vipers getting shots. I love Corn Dog out there. When they were running the hurry up, and Mark Trestman wasn't being a goddamn coward, and they were having a good time with it. They were running the ball. They were doing great. Corn Dog was fun to watch, and they actually made the Vipers worth something. Another honorable mention was the Sonic movie conundrum drama surrounding DC. Remember, after seeing the Sonic movie, Cardale Jones turned from a giant tank into a giant piece of shit quarterback. And that was really something to watch. I like seeing Tyree Jackson come out there and ball out. That was something fun. Another one was the P.J. Walker to Cam Phillips pass that was on SportsCenter. It was beautiful seeing my league hit the mainstream. It was something nice to see, and I appreciate that. Another honorable mention, this one is strictly in the bottom of the honorable mentions because it involved the league being basically destroyed, was when in the middle of the summer we thought all hope was lost, and Dick's Sporting Goods was doing that insane merch drop. I copped on that. That was pretty good. And my last honorable mention is Jerry Glanville's boots. Those were awesome. They stay an honorable mention because Jerry Glanville is an honorable man. Now, my number 1 XFL moment for XFL Jim was the game I went to.
Here's the deal. XFL, future of football, going to make some waves in the NFL.
Let's go.
There we go.
Everybody else, Raiders, 49ers, Chargers, no, Wildcats.
You can just come out here for $20 a game and just fucking have a good time with your buddies.
There it is. Or just watch some great football, either one.
I don't have anything to say, actually.
XFL, Wildcats!
This shouldn't really be a surprise. The game I went to was awesome. I got blasted. I had a great time. I watched great XFL football. I got to see the Wildcats' first home game. I got to see Landry the Mandry Jones come out there and sling some drywall around. And I just got raging drunk, and it was a great time. There's not much more I can say about that. this is my top 10 list. I'm sure everyone else has their own top 10 lists out there. The XFL, honestly, even just from the 2020 season, I could have a top 100 list. The season was that good. The league's that good. There's not much more I really want to say. I just want to keep rolling in the hype for 2022. It's only a year away, guys. We're 1 year away from the XFL. And if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. I'm Xfl Jim. This is a top 10 list. Get yourself some fucking hype.